Hey everybody, it is Friday before Thanksgiving. The vehicle hasn't really moved. Haven't done anything really since I broke my arm. Here it is, still wrapped up after surgery. That video is actually going live in the morning. And I haven't really filmed anything. You know, a couple of weeks ago I was saying, hey, I'm actually a couple of weeks ahead, so some of the burden was like I was starting to feel a little better about everything. Having a little bit of a backlog of videos, and that's all gone now. So I'm starting to stress a little bit because I haven't been able to work on this. Transfer case is still under there waiting. I was able to pick up a spare, but yeah, I'm just gonna try to do as much as I can. I don't know what it'll end up being. I think I might try to do some electrical on the back, run some fuel lines, just some of the miscellaneous work that needs to happen that hasn't happened, and just see how long my wrist holds up. So let's get to it. Got a turn signal and brake signal here that are ran on both sides. I need to run a ground wire that I don't have run, so I'll get some black. And then I think the only thing left would be reverse lights. But we can at least get turn signal and brakes hooked up and see if my hand will hold up to making some AN fitting hoses. I'm going to cut out all these little butt connectors and do this correctly. So we're going to see if I remember what the heck I'm doing when it comes to soldering. And if I can actually get this thing to work with one hand. That worked okay, I guess. I was able to get one wired and the other one ready to be wired, but I can't do it anymore. My hand is just too jacked up. Any twisting in the wrist is just painful. Any squeezing at all is just painful, so I'm not gonna do that. I tried doing as much as I could left-handed, but it just takes too stinking long. So with any luck, I can get Jess to help me tomorrow. We'll finish wiring up this taillight. We'll actually run the ground and the reverse lights, and we'll wire up and run the fuel, and then we'll fire it up. Hey everybody, it's another day. I'm by myself. It's a Sunday, I think. I'm going to try to wrap up a little bit of electrical. I'm getting some more functionality with my hand. It's feeling pretty good. Tuesday I'll get to take this cast off and get a temporary splint put on. Get my stitches out, get a checkup with the surgeon, but feeling pretty good. Let's see how long it lasts. Gonna get some of this protective sheathing here. Last time I was an idiot and I didn't put this on. I should have labeled the wires when I cut them all at once and put this on, and I didn't. Who knows, maybe I'll redo this pigtail. Put some lube on it as well. Of course I finally got it, but I cut it too short. If I was a smart man, I would leave some extensions welded onto these, or soldered onto these, for my chase light bar. But clearly I'm not a smart man because I'm not doing that. Okay, well, that's 1 out of 4. Nope, not that I've found. You can try maybe this. See if that. I just haven't had the hands to do anything. Agreed. Try that. Oh, thank God.
Yeah, it says continuous right there.
Like I said, I haven't had the hands to do anything. Well, as you can see, I've got some help from my wife. Take this. Okay, so heat it up top. No, turn it on the other side. Hang on. See that spike?
Yeah.
Hit it with just the solder gun to take the spike away. Here, turn this way. Take this out here.
I thought I was joking, but they wouldn't let me do that part. The only thing they didn't let me do was
Don't let go. Hold it tight.
We have heat guns aplenty.
Lighters work 10 times better. There we go. Okay, 2 down, 3 to go. 2 to go. That's good enough.
You still got some spiky bits. Don't touch it.
It's fine. Okay, so she actually used to know what she was doing way back in the day. Before college, she had a job at a company called The Barge back in our hometown that did electronics for like the military. And she did it for a summer, maybe 2 summers, 1 summer. So she did used to be competent at this, at least somewhat.
Not good at directions.
So green to yellow.
These that join the wires.
Because solder holds better. You have fewer shorts.
So you burn.
Like these right here. We're getting ready to rewire these two. And do it appropriately. Try again. Just like prying up and down and okay. So this is done. We can pushing it down through here. Can you go around to the other side of the tailgate? Yeah, just kind of dangles there for now until we finish working on this. And if we want to go into the kitchen table, we can go into the kitchen table and do this portion.
Are you gonna get solder on my kitchen table?
Yeah, well, you want to come help me carry some of this? Nope. This one first. I only made that mistake twice and had to cut them off so that I could redo it.
I'm gonna do a much better job when I can feel my fingers.
That's nowhere near hot enough yet, so you're wasting your time. Need one of those little Harbor Freight bases that hold the wires together.
I even had a magnifying glass at the barge to look through.
Well, you were dealing with circuitry and not...
Those wires also, but...
Well, would you like some flux to put on the wire so it'll actually pull it into the solder like it's supposed to?
Wipe the
Stop.
tip off.
Move that away.
a little late now, isn't it?
Now heat up solder and see if it pulls it into that. Like touch where the metal is on it. Nope, towards this way. There you go. There you go. That pulled it in there.
Gatekeeping.
There you go.
A product that would help me tremendously.
I told you.
What is that thing?
It's a resistor. When you change from typical bulb to LEDs, the LEDs don't have enough resistance, so you have to add a resistor to tell it, hey, everything's okay. You have to do that anytime you change a regular filament style or halogen style bulb to an LED. It looks good. It pulled some over here. Alright.
You need enough slack in it so you can bury it later?
Huh?
You need enough slack in it so you can bury it later?
Take it all the way to the front seat. There's a pile of wires in the front seat. I want it ran with all the other wires that are ran through there. Do you see them? They're like underneath the mat.
Yeah.
Run it with them.
So
Same.
I'm supposed to put it under the mat?
Huh?
I'm supposed to put it under the mat?
Yes, run it with those same wires.
You just kept saying, throw them in the front seat, throw them in the front seat.
Run them all the way to the front seat. Here. This one too.
I'm gonna grab that pink one.
You're pulling it from me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. Pick this up and pull these out. Just kind of sit over here, and then we're going to grab the small. Oh, those. And then let's go ahead and cut about 1 inch of the sheathing off of that one because we're going to have to do some fancy work. That's good. Okay, grab that gun. Turn this to work. Nope, the other way.
You trying to keep it cursory free?
Yes.
Why?
Because I kind of need to. Okay, so start crimping. It's going to take like 10 pumps. Okay, slow down so that I can make sure it's in the right position. Okay. It's going to start getting difficult. Grab that again. Swap me sides. We're going to offset it a little bit. So change it back to work. All right. So like, see, this is the float. This is the sending unit down there at the end, and then that's the inlet. So the inlet is this one on the left. I could see the pipe coming down on the side. It's a lot harder to show on camera. So see that pipe right there? That is the inlet, and I am pointing it to the side. It's hard to see. Just trust us, it's there. No, I need to cut it off. I thought I could use the same cut, but I can't. Okay, so what we have to do is we have to wrap this down here where your thumb is. It's nice and clean. And then we're going to get my small saw. Actually, we can probably, we'll see if you're strong enough. Go ahead and tear this off. Okay, stop. Okay. of the tape, right? I want tape on both sides once you've cut it. Yep, squeeze as tight as you can. Don't get your chin or anything near it. You're getting it. God damn it. Push it on there. Twist and push, twist and push, twist and push, twist and push. And then it will bottom out. Simple jobs like this are impossible with a broken wrist and a wife who's a weakling. I love you.
Mm-hmm.
As long as it's mostly there, once we put this in, it'll pull it tight. But it's got to be mostly there. Let me take a look. What makes you bleed your own blood? I'm not using it. It's not doing anything yet. Okay, I think you might have it good enough. Don't mess with it. Hold on. So this is an AN wrench. Put it on this. It's an adjustable AN wrench. Put it on there as nice and tight as you can and hold it. Is it getting harder and harder?
Yeah.
Good. That means we probably got it.
It's getting closer.
So you're over both of them, so it's not going to let you. There you go. Can you pull that off?
Can I pull it?
Can you pull the whole fitting off? Like grab it with both hands and can you pull that fitting off? And if you can, it's not going to hold the pressure.
I'm also wiggling, so.
I think we're good. Okay, so now we need some Teflon tape. Actually, we need to do the other end, but we need to run it first. So let's run some wire. Run this. This is all just temporary until I get the fuel tank. Once I get the custom fuel tank in, this will all be ran outside of the vehicle, nice and tight. I've got heat shielding for it. Like, again, this is just so that I can move it, test the transmission, and drive it a little bit to iron out some details while we wait for the custom tank. Okay, but we're gonna run this under the seat. You know what? I'm changing my mind. Let's take it back over here because I've already got.
Pulley thingies right here.
Yeah, but that's where the transmission wiring is going to go. Okay. Take that, please. Stop. Looks good. Okay, now we're going to do another fitting. Can you take the camera up there for me? So, yes, my wife gets incredibly cold. She lost, are you okay with me talking about this?
Yeah.
She lost an absurd amount of weight. You probably noticed in some of our way back Wednesday footage that she was a little bigger. And since she lost that absurd amount of weight, she cannot regulate her body temperature very well at all. That's why I think I left that part in where I threw you in the water on our rafting trip.
Yeah, you suck.
That's why she got so mad, is because she got cold and could not warm back up. Okay, turn it a little bit. Just pull it apart and cut it again. So yeah, she gets incredibly cold, incredibly quickly. Okay, go ahead and pull that off. That's why I'm able to be out here in a t-shirt and be just fine, and she's wearing sweats and freezing. It's already gone on there a lot further than it did, so.
Move your other hand so I can do it.
I think it's mostly there. Okay, let's see if we can squeeze this on a little bit. So these are compression fit, these AN fittings, and as long as you get them in there far enough for them to start clamping down before it starts twisting out, it should be good to go. Let me put it on from this end. It should just slide over the hose. It's because you're tightening it instead of loosening it. You just...
Use your freaking
I'm not
hand.
going to. I'm a big boy. You worry about you.
Mm-hmm. What you doing?
I know what I'm doing. I never said I'm good at it. I've said it multiple times. I am not a mechanic. I'm not a welder. I'm not a tech. I'm just some guy who likes to work on vehicles, who used to sit behind a desk all leaping day, that needed... Here, you're going to have to finish it. I can't get the last of it. Who likes to get outside and do stuff. Like, I love seeing things get accomplished. Here you go. Is it all the way?
Line it.
Yep, looks pretty good. Go ahead and loosen it up. There we go. All right, so we are going to take this over here, and you're going to have to kind of push it back through and uncoil it as you do it, right? Untwist it.
Back through where?
Back through that hole where it goes. So we want it kind of, it's going to go in right here.
You
We
want
can,
me to pull the slack?
yeah, but we're going to have to get some of this on here first, right? I want this in place where it belongs. There, finally got it. Okay. So we want it to come, so go ahead and twist it. Take the rotation out of it. There you go. And then we just, there you go. Perfect. And we'll do the same thing. Twist it a little bit. Okay, so that looks good. And now let's go back here. And you twist that for you counterclockwise. And that looks good, just like that. Cool. I guess. Well, she's done. We didn't get near as much done as I had hoped. I don't even know if I'm in frame. We did get the taillights wired, so that's good. We got the sending unit wired in the rear. We got the fuel line ran. I need to disconnect the pump, pressure regulator, and filter off of my little tank stand, or my little engine stand tank, and get it mounted in the rear. And that's already plumbed, right? I mean, I just need to unhook it all and wire it up. We still need to wire the front, and I need to clean up the engine bay. I should be able to button up the last of this. But man, I'm still pushing. I'm pushing as hard as I can, as fast as I can to get this done by the end of the year, because I want to go snow wheeling on January 1st with the 4x4 Club, the Timber Tamers that I've been trying to join. I haven't, I've been to a ton of meetings, I've been to trail cleanups, but I haven't been on enough Jeep runs with them to be a full-fledged member because my Jeep's been down. So I'm hoping that, you know, in the month of January, I can get that done. I can be wheeling again. I'll get healthy again. We'll get this thing wrapped up. I'm already looking on Facebook Marketplace for my next project. I've already started collecting parts. That's what that transfer case is there for. I've got to sell the old Jeep engine and transmission because I'm not going to use those on anything. I've started looking for another LM7 to build. I'm not going to do a 4L80 in the next one. I'll probably do like a full manual reverse TH400. And then it's just a question of what body I can find at a reasonable price. I thought I was going to get a wrecker. There was an awesome 1969 C30 wrecker at a great price. I was trying to get more details from the guy, and he just ghosted me. So I don't know if it was fraud or I was too engaged or what, but typical Facebook Marketplace crap. Um, there are a couple of older, like Model A style bodies that I thought about doing, like a dedicated crawler build, but making it like a roadster style. If I can find a body, that's what I'll do. Um, yeah, I've got a few ideas of what I'll do next. So, like I said, it just depends on what I can find. But next year we'll have. It should be a great channel next year. I'm already planning to hit Matt's off-road games next year. I'm gonna try to do Trail Hero. We're gonna try to do Easter Jeep Safari. I'm gonna be doing wheeling constantly. We're gonna try to do at least one big overland trip each month once the weather's right. So the Way Back Wednesdays are about to come to an end. I do have 2 videos that'll be coming out over the course of the next before the end of the year. There are probably 2 to 4 more videos between now and then. But yeah, so we've got a bunch more content that is already shot that I just need to edit. That stuff will be pumped out by the end of the year or early next year. And we'll be 100% current at that point. And so we'll be doing a lot of cool stuff, a lot more trips, a lot more camp. I really appreciate you guys sticking around. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. If you are subscribed and you like what you see, please let us know. Comments are the best way. The engagement is great. It really helps spread my channel in the algorithm. So it helps me grow. But yeah, thanks so much, and we'll see you next time.